Hello, I'm Leon. This is Joseph. We're Wrestle Bros NZ, coming at you at our first video for the predictions for the 2024 Royal Rumble. Now, in this one, we will be doing our picks for 1, 2, 30, and winner for both men's, women's, and we'll also be doing the winner's predictions for the 2 championship matches, with possible surprise returns.
Because unlike last year, there's only 4 matches confirmed for the Royal Rumble, which is very odd in this day and age for a WWE pay-per-view to have less than 5 matches.
Considering last year we had both Rumbles, we had the Reigns KO,
Then we had the Raw Women's Championship and then Bray Wyatt's last match.
which, yes, was
This year we only have the United States Championship, the Undisputed
Fatal four-way,
Championship,
and the 2 Rumbles.
and the 2 Rumbles.
So, we have no idea what the match cards order is going to be.
But let's go in let's go in the order that we think it will be.
Starting with the women's.
Yes, starting with women's.
So I'll start with you. Your pick for 1, 2, 30, and the winner.
This is interesting. In my opinion, this is the most anticipated Rumble match of the night. Because we kind of already know what's happening with.
I mean, it's got to open, to put on a good show. It's got to be a good run.
For me, this is the most anticipated Rumble match of the night. More anticipated than the men's. For the fact being that there's countless women rumoured to be returning.
Considering only 9 have been confirmed.
Yeah, less than 10 have been confirmed for the Rumble, leaving
Which leaves that, what?
21
Yeah, 20.
that we
21
do
people
not
that we don't
know who are in. And 2 of the names that have been announced,
They're rumoured or have
been announced are the 2 likely winners,
Jade Cargill and Bailey.
Becky Lynch and Bailey.
And Bailey. So yeah,
that have
that is
been
the 3 pretty
that
much.
have been announced. Jade Cargill
Jade Cargill is a rumour.
is a rumour, very likely in my opinion, who I believe will come out either early or late. She will not be in the middle.
Yeah, early enough
me-
so that she gets her full entrance.
Yes, or late enough so she can get a full entrance.
Yeah.
For me, number 1 and number 2 is either Bailey, but starting off with Bailey, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna. In my opinion, I don't think that they are gonna have Bailey do a Rhea Ripley.
They might.
Enter first and win it.
I think she'll be the Iron Woman.
I believe that she will enter early and
That
go
or
through to it.
excuse me. That or Becky will be the Iron Woman and fall flat at the end.
Yeah.
Though, those are my 2 picks to win anyways. Becky and Bailey.
Yeah. With what we've been seeing so far with both Becky and Bailey wanting to go after Rhea.
And a potential damage control split now, which leads me to surprises where I do believe we might see Dakota Kai return from injury.
Which is one of the rumours that we have not seen or heard anything about.
Tiny bits of maybe if Dakota Kai's cleared, but that's all been a big if.
Yeah.
However, I think that will be a big surprise, and maybe Dakota will eliminate Bailey. Excuse me. And then we'll get a Becky win, or Damage Control will eliminate Bailey and get a Becky win.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my prediction. Other surprises, I think Roxanne Perez from NXT Women's Champion is high on the card. She was in last year's, if I remember correctly. Another one is Tiff Strat, who had a great feud last year with Becky Lynch, culminating at NXT's No Mercy.
Yeah.
Another one, obviously we've talked about Jade Cargill. Trinity, Fatu, formerly known as Naomi, former TNA Knockouts champion, who
there's
recently,
also the rumours Mercedes,
The rumours of
AJ.
Mercedes Monet and AJ Lee.
There's a lot of rumors of women that could potentially be showing up. Like, we have no idea who will show up because there is 20 women that have not been confirmed.
Number 30. Got no clue.
Same.
Honestly, if I'm going to be honest, number 30, I've got no bloody clue. For me, it would make sense if one of the two are returning. Mercedes Monet and AJ Lee. If they are both returning, which would be
Insane. Absolutely insane.
AJ Lee. Because AJ Lee's been gone the longest. AJ Lee's the most anticipated, in my opinion. It would make sense for her to be 30 if she returns. Mercedes, if AJ Lee doesn't return, and Mercedes returned on her own. Otherwise, no bloody clue. Maybe Nia Jax. Without botching it this time. So is that your number 30 as well, or do you feel someone different than Mercedes and AJ?
I'm kind of on the same path as you. I believe that with the rumors that we've been seeing all over Twitter, I do believe that number 30 will have the door kicked wide open for either Mercedes or AJ.
Now, obviously, there's the high potentiality that neither of them show up. Who would you have 30 then? Would you then have maybe a Becky, or maybe a Trish, or...
If AJ and Mercedes are a no-show at 30 for the Rumble...
Or maybe that's your Trinity return.
I would say Trinity, because her
Jade Cargill.
Her rumors are more...
confirmed.
Concrete evidence.
I think my 30, if it's not Mercedes or AJ would be either Naomi or Jade Cargill.
If not any of them, there is another name that has been surfacing around. She's just recently left TNA herself, and that is Mickie James.
Yeah.
Because there has been word that she is thinking of coming back to WWE, which I do believe could be a good move for them.
Hubby's over there as the SmackDown General Manager, Nick Aldis.
That's my point exactly. Having her back in WWE would be a good move for Nick Aldis. Possibly even signing her into SmackDown. But for my 1 and 2, again, would be Bayley and Jade.
Bayley and Cargill.
Yeah. Because with the Rumble being Jade's first actual televised match ever in the WWE, her entering at either 1 or 2 gives her the perfect opportunity to show off her entrance, which we have no idea is like. We don't know what her gimmick is in the WWE. We just know that she showed up one day and has been watching other matches in all 3 brands. We know that she's had backstage altercations with Triple H in his office discussing stuff, but we have no idea what they had planned for her. Just like Punk. He showed up, his first match is the Rumble. We don't know what plans the WWE has for him either.
Which we'll get to.
And the men's
Phil and the men's Rumble later. For me, the women's is the most
anticipated one.
Yeah, because we don't know what the hell's happening. We've got potential Cargill, very high likely of Cargill, potential of AJ Lee, potential of Trinity, potential of Sasha, Camille, former NWA Women's Champion. Admittedly, I don't know much about Camille. I have not seen her work, so if she came in, I'll be very anticipated to see what she does. Yes, the men's is very anticipated as well with 2 names that we'll get to later.
Yes.
Maybe even a few more legends that shouldn't show up.
But yeah, with those predictions of names for those spots, I believe they are the most anticipated ones that we have seen surfacing around Twitter.
Yeah.
especially with the biggest rumor of them all of Bailey winning it.
Yeah, so is that your prediction for the winner is Bailey?
Mine is half and half. I
Because-
want Bailey to win it for that storyline of Damage Control having all the gold like Judgment Day. But at the same time, I want the storyline of Becky winning it
Being Becky
to be
two-time.
Becky two-time Rumble winner, going back to WrestleMania again to beat Rhea for the title, becoming champion again. Because the backstage altercations and in-ring altercations we've had between Becky and Rhea have been fucking amazing.
Now, we do not know much, but we know that Becky was the favourite up until Charlotte got injured. Because the apparent plan was Becky versus Rhea for the title and Charlotte versus Bianca.
Yes.
Now, since Charlotte's been injured,
All the matches have changed.
that's
All of it's changed.
that's off cards. Now, Bailey's the favourite.
That's why Bailey is the favourite now.
Now, my mind's tossed between I'm going Becky for the fact is I've kind of thought myself into a booking situation where you have Damage Control or Dakota Kai as a surprise entrant.
Turn on Bailey and
Yeah,
eliminate her.
turn on Bailey and
Yeah.
eliminate her in the Rumble. I feel that makes more sense than
Consi-
Bailey winning the
considering
Rumble
if
and
you've-
Damage Control turn on her
If you've
afterwards.
seen the way that Bailey and Damage Control have been since Io became champion, possibly even before, I think. Even
Since she became Miss Money in the Bank.
even when asking Kari won the championship,
Joined
Yeah.
back after Round
Um,
Crown Jewel.
I would say the tension in that group has gotten a lot worse around Bailey. Considering
Yeah.
they are slowly trying to push it off without being too obvious with it.
Yes.
Because when the SmackDown just gone with the Kabuki Warriors taking gold again, finally, Bailey went to give Kairi Sane, or I think it was Asuka, Kairi, a double high five, and she bypassed her straight away and went to Io and gave Io a hug.
Yeah, and I've kind of put myself in the situation where, I think it would make more sense for them to turn on Bailey, like, Final 4, maybe, Final 3.
With Bailey and Dakota in the ring.
Or even-
just run in and get her.
Yeah, being like, oh crap, Bailey could win this, and they don't want to put Io's title in jeopardy.
Like how Bailey's done to them. Close to them losing a match, Bailey runs out to ringside and causes a distraction.
Exactly, however, they are causing a distraction and purposely getting rid of Bailey.
Yeah.
That's how I would do it personally. I wouldn't be mad if Bailey wins,
Oh, I don't think anyone would.
though I do feel it would make more sense if you're having Damage Control turn on Bailey rather than Bailey turn on Damage Control.
Yeah.
Because
See,
if you
I
have,
would.
if you have Bailey turn on Damage Control, to me that puts me in a Damage Control face mindset
Yeah.
rather than the heels turning on
The baby
He-
face.
the
The
person
heel's
that-
turning on the heel, yeah.
turning on the other heel to turn them babyface rather than the heel turning on the team, making the one a babyface makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
But again, that might just be me. I've been told
Many things.
I've been told by people that this is how they could do it in a Bailey win standpoint, but I'm sticking with Becky for that reason. I will not be mad if Bailey wins though.
Yeah. And again, with Damage Control, you can see that within the group, they are like aiming for that turn.
It's just a matter of when it happens.
Yeah, because if you've watched some of their video packages or even backstage segments or just pretty much anything to do with damage control, whenever Bailey's gone to do something, Dakota's always stepped in and stepped over her.
Yeah.
Which is why, in your eyes, again, I do believe that Dakota or even Io could get involved in this Rumble and cost Bailey.
So, with all this, my thing is as well, Damage Control's not in the Rumble.
Mm.
Damage
The only
Control
person I could really
not
see
in the Rumble other than
is
Dakota.
and Bailey.
If she's
If she's cleared, yeah.
if
Which
she's cleared,
we've had no word if she's cleared or not.
got no word. Dakota hasn't even said anything. Bailey's in it. Obviously, we know Io won't be because she's the women's champion.
And Kabuki's won't because they just won the titles.
They won the tag titles earlier. I really don't think they will be, just for the fact that they've now got gold. Now it's the whole thing that they were going for those. They were focusing on that, and Bailey was focusing on the Rumble.
Bailey was focusing on Rhea's title, so that they had all the main women titles.
Now, unfortunately, I have to bring this up. There is a dark horse in this Rumble, being Bianca Belair.
Yes. Considering there is history between Bianca and Bailey, Bianca and Becky, Bianca and pretty much every single fucking
Bianca
person.
and Rhea heading back to NXT.
Yeah. For the fact that Bianca is pretty much the sole competitor.
Now, by the looks of it, Bianca is either entering in
early
or late, because she
late.
said this will be the greatest when she pulled her number.
And when Bailey confronted her about it, she said, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
So that either tells me she is
And from
early, or
the
she's either
videos that I've seen,
early, or she is late.
Yeah, from the videos that I've seen everywhere, people are mixed on the number that was pulled because you got a quick glance of it on TV. Some people are saying that she's entering at number 9. Some people say she's entering at 12. Some are saying 11. Some are saying 15. But we won't know until tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then on that, she may be the one that they eliminate relatively early. Like, I know for a fact that if we have Miss Nia Jax into the Rumble, everyone's going to gang up on her.
Yeah, Nia's in the Rumble.
Because she is the sole competitor that will ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, Nia's in the Rumble. She might eliminate Becky.
Exactly.
So there's so many components in this women's Rumble
that just makes it one of the most anticipated Rumbles.
Yeah, that's not in the men's. Which, in my opinion, is maybe a first since 2018.
Yeah.
The one that Asuka won.
Yeah. Now, moving from the women's to
US
our
title.
second match, which we believe will be the second match, is KO and Logan. And we both agree on this. We'll just say that. We both agree on this. We both agree that Logan will be taking this.
I don't see
not with a clean victory.
Oh,
he'll have Austin Theory and Grayson Waller get involved somehow.
Yeah.
But we believe that Logan Paul will be taking this way, considering WWE has plans for Logan to face LA Knight at Mania for said title.
And we know
that Logan's at the Chamber.
Yeah.
And we know that LA Knight will be at the Chamber.
Yes, Knight will be at the Chamber. I assume for Logan, he'll either be in a 6-man teaming with
Waller Bing Bong.
Waller and Theory, because you will obviously have Waller on the show because
it's home country.
It's Aussie.
Just like Rhea.
Yeah, it's Aussie, or you'll have him defending inside the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I don't see why Logan would lose this close to Mania. He is he gets your title everywhere.
Yeah.
And around WrestleMania time, having Logan go to boxing, do stuff on YouTube, impulsive interviews with the United States Championship, being a big name with that title, is a big thing for WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
So why would you take it off him before WrestleMania? I don't know.
When they are setting up a big match between him and LA.
Yeah. We thought that was going to be SummerSlam match, but it's going to be WrestleMania.
Yeah. Which, to be honest, I feel like is the perfect pay-per-view for it. Because if you look at Logan's history in WWE, he took Roman to his limits.
100%.
He was about
amazing in the Rumble.
He was about a third of a way from taking that title off of Roman if it wasn't for the Bloodline getting involved.
He was amazing in last year's Rumble. He was amazing against Seth.
That spot with Ricochet in the Rumble was mwah, perfect.
He was amazing with Seth at Mania.
Yep.
He was amazing with Dom and Raider. Yeah, prior.
Yeah.
He was amazing in his role with the Kevin and Sammy match the year prior to that at WrestleMania.
Exactly. So no matter what people say, I myself, and I'm pretty sure you would too, Logan is amazing in that squared circle.
Amazing in that squared circle, but he is a dickhead.
Yeah. He's got great ring awareness, great ring agility, speed. He knows what he's doing.
Match with Rey Mysterio.
Yep. He knows what he's doing. And coming from being a full-time wrestler, well, Disney star to YouTube star for the last, 2 decades?
Something like that.
To being a boxer for the last 4 years.
Something like
to
that.
now being a WWE superstar.
And potentially now full-time.
Straight into a US championship reign.
Like a
and
year
now
after
into
his in-ring debut.
And now into a pretty much full-term contract with WWE. He knows what he's doing. And you can't really say that about other celebrities. Like
no, like
they had I can't remember his name, but they had the guy from Arrow come in and face
Stephen Amell.
Matt Cardona.
And Stardust.
And in Stardust you also had Wolverine. He came in into the spot as well.
Hugh
Jackman. He came in. He did.
We've had Bad Bunny.
Yep. Bad Bunny knows what he's doing.
But I think out of everyone, Logan Paul is the best celebrity turned wrestler.
Yes.
And I think that is a common consensus among.
And I mean, he's brought in his brother Jake and his best friend KSI to 2 different manias.
Jake was Crown Jewel.
Jake is Crown Jewel? Okay, yep. Well, 2 pay-per-views then.
2 major pay-per-views.
PLEs.
Premium Live, yes.
Sorry. Yeah. So
2 major PLEs.
His brother and KSI into 2 major PLEs for small spots, which turned out amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, who else has the brains and the balls to live stream on YouTube while developing a frog splash to Roman on the announce table?
Frog splash with a fucking camera.
Nobody else has ever thought of that.
No, like he's done amazing. I got to admit, like I don't like admitting things about Logan,
but this is the thing that we have to admit, that he is fucking amazing.
He is amazing.
He knows what he's doing.
He is the best celebrity turned wrestler, and if this new deal means full time,
I don't know how other people would say this, but I believe that in my eyes, if he was to keep being this good, say maybe a decade down the road, I could see a Hall of Fame entry for him. I could see him becoming a Hall of Famer.
Excuse me. I could see in a few years celebrity while he's still wrestling, and then a second one as a normal wrestler.
Yeah,
that's how
I could see that too, because they do a celebrity each year.
Yes. Now,
so he could be Hall of Fame for celebrity entry, and then a few years down the road, maybe a decade or 2, Hall of Famer as a wrestler.
Yes. Now, move on from the United States Championship
to our Fatal 4-Way.
To what
we believe will be the Fatal 4-Way.
This is where it gets tricky because we do not know what the consensus is, but we'll go with the Fatal 4-Way just so then we can talk about the Royal Rumble last. The Fatal 4-Way for the undisputed championship between Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and LA Knight.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's obvious who's winning this. It's Roman. Why wouldn't it be?
Without a doubt, it's going to be Roman. It's going to be a close one. There's going to be a few close pinfalls between at least Roman and LA.
Roman and Orton.
I don't believe that.
There'll be close calls for everyone.
Yeah, but I don't believe AJ's going to get the closest pinfall.
No, I think the closest will be Randy.
Will be Randy on Roman.
Or even someone else on anyone but Roman.
Yeah.
Roman saves it.
I do also see Roman not being involved in the match straight away. He has signed the contract, so the match is happening, but I see him pulling I think it was SummerSlam with Braun and Bray. Payback, sorry. Where he came in close to the end and won it from there.
I do like that. The thing where I counter that is, since he's the champion, they can't start the championship match
until he's in the ring.
Even though he's signed the contract, they can't start it until he's in there because
that's what I was going to say. He could show up there, go into the ring, but he could do the whole rings here, I'm in, match has started, I'm off, see you later.
Everyone will just get at him. Now, the way I see this ending last, being the final match, is if a certain Dwayne shows up at the end to kind of solidify the WrestleMania match.
Which has been teased for fucking decades.
Now, if Rock comes out after the match, Roman Reigns, Rock comes out, it will be last. Or if somehow, some way, Randy Orton wins it. Now I say that by him not pinning Roman Reigns.
I see him pinning AJ to win it.
AJ or Knight.
Yeah. If LA Knight was to take it, which I know for a fact won't happen because they want him to have a good run. They want him to go after Logan. But if LA was to take it, I would see him being the second person to pin Roman in the last couple of years. Considering the last one was Uso.
Yes. Now, do I think Randy's taking it? No, I think it's
Roman. A possibility, but
it's a possibility.
We believe Reigns will be the one to
I think it's Reigns. I won't be mad with Orton because then that means you can get Orton and Cody at Mania for the title. Cody can finish the story that way. Plus, you still get Roman and Rock, and then you get Styles and Knight at Chamber, and then Styles whoever at Mania, and Knight and Logan at Mania for the title.
Yeah, and we also do see that somehow, sneakily, maybe Heyman instigates it, but we do see Solo and Jimmy costing the other three the match.
100%. 100%.
I don't know how they'll implicate it because it's 3-on-2. But
they take out 2 and then Roman takes out the 3rd.
That's what I was thinking. They take out Styles and LA. Roman takes out Randy. 1, 2,
They take
3.
out Styles and Orton, and then
I
don't see them pinning Randy.
I do see a possibility of them maybe distracting the ref and handing Roman a weapon.
No point, no disqualification.
I thought that was only for triple threats.
Fatal 4 ways the exact same.
Well, then if there's weapons involved, we know for a fact that Bloodline will come out and use weapons. Chairs, tables, everything.
Oh yeah. Now, that's only...
Because I could also see that Solo or Jimmy could end up dragging one of the competitors ringside or into the crowd to keep them away from the ring as long as possible.
I agree. Now, that match is only ending, in my opinion,
we have Rock come out.
If we have Rock come out, or we get a new champion. However, if that's not the case, then Roman will win, go to the back, and we get
a video package.
A video package or whatnot, more people.
Maybe more announcements of Chamber.
More announcements of Chamber.
Or announcements of Mania.
Announcements of Mania, announcements of 2K, the Tumblr, and then the final match will be
the Men's Royal Rumble.
What we're going to talk about next.
Yes. Which, for me, one, as everyone has said,
Cody
Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. The American Nightmare.
Number 2, we have no clue who it could be.
No clue. I think someone in the bloodline.
It could be Solo. It could be Jimmy. It could be Jay.
I think someone in the bloodline.
It could even be Judgment Day member like Damien, Finn, JD, Dominic, R-Truth. Yes, we are acknowledging R-Truth in the Judgment Day. Shut up.
Though I think his number's 19 because does that mean I have to quarantine again?
Considering the number he pulled on SmackDown, he came out with, does this mean I have to quarantine again? Now, so we believe he'll be coming out at 19.
Now, I believe you have Cody and then a bloodline member, so Solo or Jimmy.
I do believe Jimmy, and then 3 could be Jay.
Or later on, I don't think maybe that close, but 2 definitely Jimmy or Solo,
Yeah.
just so then it's Cody versus Bloodline
To carry on that.
to get
finish
that
story.
adversity.
To carry on that, I'm going to finish the story by beating the Bloodline.
Now, the big thing for this match, surprises, which there's not that many.
No,
What I've
considering a quarter of the fucking match has already been confirmed.
Yeah, a quarter, which isn't bad.
It's not bad, but it's like there's still a lot of open spots for returns, debuts.
Now, we would say, before the revelation of earlier this morning, or yesterday morning, depending what time it is for us now, I think it's about midnight.
I think it is about midnight. We'll just check.
It's almost midnight.
Quarter to midnight. So it's
So
almost
earlier
Rumble,
today-
It's almost Rumble Day.
Earlier today in our time, we found out of the
Vincent
kind of
King,
allegations
McMahon,
and stuff, and Mr. Lesnar being involved.
yeah,
We would have said Brock Lesnar then, but we've heard that the plans have been cancelled, so
Yes.
that's now off the cards.
with the news of the Vince McMahon allegations and two surprise people to be involved with it being John Laurinaitis and Brock Lesnar.
But, you know,
Um,
that cancels out Brock, which...
The plans of Brock returning at the Rumble was confirmed
Yeah, it was
by
set.
WWE. He was to return at the Rumble and set up his match with Gunther
Which would have been the Intercontinental Championship match.
at Mania for the IC title, which would have been the greatest match ever. But because these allegations came out,
They've changed.
Vince ended up resigning. Those plans have now changed. We do believe now that it's going to be Gunther and Seth.
Don't rush yourself too much, because I don't think that's happening.
I'm not fully 100% on it. I don't actually think
Now-
that they will have an IC title match at Mania now.
If we go by that, we've now got 4 potential winners. Because we've got the rumours of Rock Roman, which means Rock could win.
Rock could win the Rumble.
Cody Roman, which means Cody could win.
We've got
Seth
Punk.
Gunther, which Gunther could win, or Seth Punk, which means Punk could win.
Yeah,
So that's 4 people who could win,
that could be your final 4.
unless we get some surprises.
Unless we get the 2 biggest male
Now the
rumors that have surfaced
Which,
everywhere.
Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker,
And
and
Maxwell Jacob Freeman,
MJF, the former AEW champion, the longest reigning AEW champion.
the biggest name in AEW.
Now, I guess you could say
the biggest name in wrestling.
I guess you could say the 3rd biggest potential surprise in this Royal Rumble for the men's is Big E.
Which has been rumored, considering on the bump, he did reunite with Xavier and Kofi.
The other one is Sheamus, but I don't think that's as big of as a return.
It-
I think the
it-
biggest thing
It's a big return, considering the rumors of his return are his 08 theme.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's the return.
That's the big
I think
rumor.
that's the big part of it. I don't think it's the fact, Sheamus is back. I think it's...
Um,
even though Sheamus is great, don't get me wrong, I love
yeah, Sheamus is
I've
freaking
always
amazing.
liked Sheamus. I think it's just everyone's happy because it's his
his old thing.
written face theme from his when
He was World Heavyweight Champion.
yeah, his meat days, looking like a bloody muppet. Other than that, the big ones are really Big E, MJF, and Kazuchika Okada of the rumors. Do I think Max and Okada are debuting?
They are like
No.
They're like a fucking 20% yes, 70% no.
80. You got the math wrong. 2080.
Yeah. You know what I mean, though.
I say no. One, Okada's contract ending up until 31st.
And he's nowhere near Florida at the moment.
Don't mean anything. Punk wasn't near. Well,
You-
Punk was in Chicago. What am I on about?
Punk lives in Chicago, yes.
Though they say they're not scheduled. Punk's wasn't scheduled for Survivor Series until the day off.
Yeah, he was our last minute. Okay, contract is signed.
So
You're
it could be
here.
the same thing. However, with Kazuchika Okada's contract, like we saw with Will Ospreay, that doesn't mean he can't sign with WWE before his contract starts.
Yeah. And like we've
With
said,
MJF, we know he's legitimately injured.
Yeah.
from his match with Samoa Joe at
And
World's
before.
End. And before.
Considering he wrestled with the fucking cast.
With the sling, yes.
So
So that kind of takes out Okada and
MJF.
Max.
The big
Could
rumor,
they still happen? Yes. Especially
yeah.
since it's come out that Max has apparently had a falling out with the negotiations with Tony Khan.
Yep, and as well as Okada, considering
And
Big
Okada
Bronson Reed has said that he's wrestled Okada
and he wants to rubber match
in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And apparently he's
twice
NXT
before,
bound.
Where Okada's won one bout,
Reed's,
Bronson has won another, and he wants a third match as a rubber match to tie off that feud. And the rumors of Okada being NXT bound are freaking huge.
Yeah.
So if Okada was to enter the Rumble, I have a feeling that they would do it after Bronson's already in the ring.
Now, those aside,
The
if they
other big absolute rumor that has technically been confirmed is Andrade.
yes, I forgot about
Andrade is another big name
yes,
that has
Andrade,
been technically confirmed by Zelina herself.
by everyone, by Andrade himself, that he's signing with WWE. It's just a matter of when.
And Mr. Perfect 10.
Yes, those are the other
Sean
other two
Spears
big
and
names. QT Marshall.
Yeah.
Those two, they not seemingly been quote unquote confirmed like Andrade.
I mean,
but they've not been talked about. Sorry.
Sean, Mr. Ty Dillinger, he kind of confirmed it himself because he retweeted a post from WWE of Perfect 10, considering the hashtag for the Royal Rumble is 10.
Yeah, retweeted a post of someone saying that the official logo, so if you don't know, usually with every pay-per-view, the hashtag will have a little logo representing the PLE. Don't do that, sign. Do a logo representing the PLE. This PLE's one is a 10.
Royal Rumble 10.
Hashtag Royal Rumble and the logo is a 10.
So
and
Mr.
Ty
Sean Dillinger has retweeted it with the emoji of the eyes looking left and right.
Yeah, and he's
because he was known as the Perfect 10. He was the first one, I believe, that retweeted him being a rumor.
Yes.
And then the ones of Andrade and stuff started coming out afterwards because of
Andrade
Zelina
was,
saying, I have a surprise.
Well, we've known about Andrade potentially coming since after World's End. His last match was World's End, and he was...
I mean, we've had rumors of Andrade pretty much since Carlito came in and the LWO started disbanding.
And now it's just a matter that we wait for Andrade's return. It's a matter of when, which will be hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, who's your number 30?
Again, it could be a mixture of male superstars. Punk is my initial number 30, considering his last match was the Rumble where he entered at number 1.
And got it to the final 4.
And he could enter at 30. Just like how Cody entered at number 30 when he returned
last year.
And his last Rumble, in this one, he could enter at number 1. So they could use those two and just switch around the entries, which would be perfect.
Now, I agree with that. However, if we do get a Kazuchika Okada or MJF, which I don't think is likely,
those could be number 30.
They will be 30. 100%.
I believe that if MJF was to debut at the WWE, if he still had his injury, having him as number 30 could possibly be a good option, because that way they could eliminate him potentially straight away.
Cover him up in the thing, yeah. Now, I don't think they'll do that with the injury.
But I mean, have a look at fucking Cody Rhodes, where he torn his pec. He still wrestled 2 fucking matches after that. He wrestled
just the one.
He wrestled the Hell in a Cell, and then he had a small one after that, or even before it got worse.
I had the segment on Raw.
Yeah. He pretty much had that little fight and then the full Hell in a Cell with the torn pec. So people wrestling with injuries wouldn't put it past them.
Probably not Max being a debut, because everyone are keep him
They
around.
want to have him 100%, yeah.
Okada.
But again, like I said, they could have him into number 30 and eliminate him potentially straight away so that he could go...
Or cover him up with all the other people.
Yeah.
We don't know. I don't think Max is coming in. I don't think Okada's coming in at the Rumble. I think if you have Okada, you stretch it out a bit. Maybe a Vengeance Day for Kazuchika Okada if he's NXT bound.
Yeah.
MJF being a Raw after Mania, if that's the case. If he doesn't go back to AW. For me though, winner CM Punk.
Yeah.
I think now they're hammering home. Cody Rhodes could be the first one in 25 years since 1996 1996 and 1997 for Stone Cold Steve Austin not 96, 97, 98 to win the Royal Rumble back to back. Be the fourth person to win it back to back, following Hogan, Shawn, and Austin. I don't think that's happening. I think it's CM Punk.
Yeah. Don't mind me looking back and forth. We're just currently watching the Royal Rumble matches that WWE's got on YouTube at the moment. They're literally just showing the one that Shawn
96
came in from number 1 and won it.
Which is
Miss Pamela Anderson.
Which is what Cody Rhodes could do. Win it from number 1.
Exactly.
Because
as they have been showcasing it on Raw with Shawn, Stone Cold,
Cody,
and
Hogan at the top. Speaking of Hogan, we haven't talked about Hogan.
With his video promos.
Yes, he's been
all week promoting the Rumble.
Now everyone's like, oh, he's gonna be in the Rumble.
He's actually fucking serious about this.
He's gonna be in the Rumble.
Not to mention, he's gone to his actual Hogan merchandise store on Long Beach. He's gone into bars and stuff that he goes to regularly and has asked people, do you watch the Rumble? They've responded yes, and he goes, I may or may not be showing up.
I pray to Orange Jesus that it doesn't happen. I do not want Hulk Hogan and his old racist ass walking out that ring. Now, if he does return, is that number 30?
I kind of see it, but at the same time, if Hogan was to return, to be honest, I would rather have him come out as NWO. Just for the fact that it could be a big tribute to Scott Hall. Just for that fact alone. Considering the last time Hogan wrestled a match was fucking decades ago.
TNA.
And, Scott Hall's...
2010, I think.
Scott Hall's anniversary is coming up.
Speaking of that, I'm looking up at the TV and it's showing
Bray
Wyatt's last match, which brings me to the thought as well of his brother Bo Dallas.
Yes.
Who's also a rumor.
Yes.
Do you think that happens tomorrow at the Royal Rumble?
I believe they could do something like what they did for Bray's return to close the show.
Could do, seeing it's
It is the anniversary of his return.
The anniversary of his last match.
Yeah.
Do you have Bo return in the Rumble as Bo? I don't think they're doing Uncle Howdy like people think. I think if he comes back, he's Bo.
Yeah, I have a feeling they would have him come back as Bo, but from the rumours that I've heard, Triple H and Nick Khan and WWE executives want to carry on the Bray Wyatt storyline.
I really don't see that working without Bray.
I don't see it working without Bray either, but they could tie his death into it somehow. Because there is also the rumour of Bliss coming back and being part of that storyline.
Didn't even talk about Bliss and the Women's, which I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, there's so much more for the Women's.
Before Bray died, Bianca vs. Bliss. Howdy did the video package to try and get Bliss to come back to their side. So if Bliss was to return and Bo Dallas was to return as Uncle Howdy, they could carry on that storyline with those two
Now,
and just have like something tied in with Bray Wyatt as in the storyline of his death.
yeah, I mean, I think
Because there is also another person who we did not fucking mention who could be tied into the Bray Wyatt story, Eric Rowan.
see that's an interesting one because we haven't seen him.
Because
We've only seen him.
we've seen in AEW when Brody Lee died.
We've only seen him in companies when someone's died.
Yeah.
So what the hell's going on with Rowan? I don't
We
know.
have no
Is
idea.
he done with wrestling? I don't know.
If he was to come back to WWE, I could see him reinstating the Wyatt family.
I don't
With
think.
Howdy and Bliss.
Again, with
As
that, I
Sister
don't
Abigail?
think that works without Brody and
Bray.
Bray.
Again-
I mean, those are the rumors.
Again,
Those are the rumors.
It could also be a good opportunity for I don't want to put shit on Bray's name because I absolutely love Bray. I miss Bray. He was an absolute amazing performer. But this would be the perfect opportunity for the new Bray Wyatt, Joe Gacy, to step up to the main roster and join the new Wyatt family. Because he acts so much like Bray. He looks like Bray. They could probably instigate a storyline of a younger Bray in Joe Gacy.
Yeah, this whole.
I'm sorry to cut you off there, but as I'm watching Bray's entrance,
That's not Husky Harris.
I was gonna say, did you spot Husky Harris in the fucking entranceway?
I forgot.
I know that because there's Sister Abigail as well. I missed them the first time I watched this match.
I missed it too.
Because look, there's
now if you think of that, we think because
we still don't know who the fuck's under those masks.
We do. They were told to us.
I know one of them was Joe Gacy.
One of them was also Eric Young. I'm pretty sure.
I think Husky Harris was Joe Gacy.
One of them. But that's beside the point. That's not to do with this Rumble. For me though, like we're talking about all these for the men's. There's not as much
that we know
as there is for the women's, really, because we got Kazuchika Okada, MJF. Unlikely, but I don't know. I feel like Mercedes and AJ are bigger than that.
Yeah.
Which is amazing that we have the chance for AJ Lee to come back.
Considering
Mercedes Moné to come back.
Considering April's name literally surfaced the day of Punk's return. Punk returned,
Now,
and then when he showed up on Raw the next day, the first words out of his mouth were, April says hi.
The
and
only criticism I have, and come back to that, is everyone thought she was going to All Elite.
Everyone thought she was going to All Elite. Everyone thought she was going to TNA.
Never did. Everyone thought she was going to All Elite because of Punk. She never did.
And for the fact that on her social medias, she hasn't posted anything at all of her wrestling career. The only thing that she's been posting about is her going to the gym and her autobiography.
Yeah.
Those are the only two things that she's been posting about since she left WWE.
Now, we're almost at, 50 minutes. Let's go through those final predictions. We'll start with you. So the Women's Rumble.
My Women's Rumble winner was going to be Bayley.
US title.
Logan.
Undisputed.
Roman.
And the men's.
Punk.
And for me it is Becky Lynch, Logan Paul, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk.
Yeah. With a lot of those Mania matches after that being fucking huge.
Yeah. And the thing is, I won't be mad if it goes Bayley. I won't be mad if it's Becky. I won't be mad if it's Cody winning. Branches off to so many possibilities. I won't be mad if it's Gunther.
Pretty much, there are so many people in these Rumble matches. We're not going to worry about the Fatal 4 and the US title right now, but out of these two Rumbles, there are so many possibilities of certain people winning that we won't be mad if they win. But there are some that we will be absolutely pissed off if they win.
The thing is, these are the real focal points. I don't see people on Twitter talking about Roman's match or Logan's match.
They're talking about the Rumbles.
The Rumbles.
The Rumbles are where it matters.
The Rumble is where the money is at. And this is the most anticipated Rumble for me. I've never looked forward to Rumble more in my life. I wasn't really looking forward to last year's. I was like, yep, sweet. Cody Rhea.
Because like the last Rumbles, everything had been leaked online.
And kind of
Entrances,
predictable.
Winners, and it just made it so predictable of who was going to be there. This one, we've had nothing. We've had a few names pop up here and there, but that's all.
We're basically going to know everything when it shows up on telly, on the network, on Peacock, all that, tomorrow.
Yeah, because it will
and
show
you're going to see how we react to it.
Because it will show up in the pre-show.
It'll show up on the pre-show, it'll show up on the actual show. And you get to see how we react to it.
Yeah, because for the entirety of the Rumble, possibly even the pre-show, we will be live. We will be live on this YouTube channel the minute the pre-show starts.
I think we'll start the pre-show. Because then we get to know more.
1300 hours is when it starts. It has been confirmed on YouTube themselves. The pre-show, which is our 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is when the 1 p.m.
pre-show starts.
Sunday the 28th. I need to get my date right.
Yes.
Sunday the 28th.
Right now it is the 27th in America.
It is currently in our time as we're recording this.
Rumble Day.
13 hours away from the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Kickoff show, which is 1 p.m.
Which we will go live.
And the road to WrestleMania 40 begins. That's our predictions.
Yes. Well, that is us. That is our predictions for the Royal Rumble 2024. We will see you in exactly 13 hours. We will catch you then. Have fun on the road to WrestleMania.